OQ Group achieves net profits of 970 million Omani Riyals last year, with revenue surpassing 13.7 billion Omani Riyals. And His Excellency the Foreign Minister meets the U.S. Special Envoy to Yemen and emphasizes the importance of Oman's efforts to de-escalate tensions in the Red Sea and support peace and stability in the region. Good evening once again, and thank you for joining us. Those were the headlines, and now the news in detail. Oman Investments Authority (OIA) held a ceremony today during which it launched the social investments policy for OIA companies' Qimam platform for inquiries related to in-country value, and the second version of the mandatory list for OIA companies. More details in the following report.
Building on the success it achieved in the in-country value sector in line with Oman Vision 2040, Oman Investment Authority (OIA) launched the social investment policy for its companies, Qimam platform for inquiries related to ICV, and the second version of the mandatory list for OIA companies.
We are very pleased today to launch 3 new programs in our basically ICV portfolio of programs. The first one is the ICV Inquiry Management System, which is an e-portal that allows people who interact with our companies with regard to contract and procurement activities. They can simply now log into this basically portal and submit their inquiry or their concern. The second program that we basically launched today is the social investment policy, which has been now circulated to all OIA entities, and that policy now have clear definition on what do we mean by social investment, how can we basically ensure that these projects from now on are sustainable, are reaching the right audience and the right beneficiary. The third program that we launched today is the mandatory list, the second version of that, where we have now a total of 250 products and services that are required to be purchased from the local market through our companies.
Oman Investment Authority companies signed 6 million Omani Riyals worth of cooperation agreements and programs, including OQ Business Accelerator Program and the Asyad Business Accelerator in Logistics in cooperation with Omantel. OQ also signed a cooperation agreement with the Ministry of Health to establish an emergency and trauma facility in Duqm. Asyad signed 3 working contracts with 3 SME car holders in different areas, while Oman Airports signed 6 agreements in supply and airport-related ground services.
Oman Airports have signed today 5 contracts with 5 SMEs. Those SMEs have covered almost 2 million Omani Riyals worth of business. Their services are really amazing. We're really happy with having to join hands with them.
Asyad Group and Omantel have joined to develop an acceleration program, mainly to develop companies who work in the logistics sector, where they can accelerate for startups and SMEs that can find ways how to enhance the logistics sector.
Inter-country value is crucial for organizations to drive growth of the economy. We are gathered here today at OIA to talk about Umran's achievement in terms of in-country value projects. And to talk about it, actually, I'm going to mention one of the major figures that we have. For each one Omani Riyal, we spend around 450 paisa in SMEs that are in-country. So most of our spending are going to SMEs in the country.
In their efforts to boost local content throughout the year, Oman Investment Authority and its companies spent over 200 million Omani Riyals on SMEs in 2023, compared to 187 million Omani Riyals in 2022, showcasing a 4.5% increase. The commitment of the Oman Investment Authority towards enriching the in-country value sector and empowering the private sector reflects its dedication to achieve sustainable economic growth. For the Sultanate of Oman Television, Salih Bakhalfan Al-Rahbi, Muscat.
OQ Group achieved profits of 970 million Omani Riyals last year, with revenues surpassing 13.7 billion Omani Riyals. The positive results achieved by the group are attributed to operational performance in its businesses, increased rates of exploration and production operations, and manufacturing industries, in addition to ongoing efforts to enhance spending efficiency, as well as revenues from the divestments of some companies on the Muscat Stock Exchange. The group's reports highlighted the OQ total spending on in-country value during 2023 exceeded 408 million Omani Riyals, representing 77% of OQ's spending on purchases. His Excellency Timothy Linder King, the U.S. Special Envoy to Yemen, emphasized the importance of Oman's role as a key partner in efforts to de-escalate tensions in the Red Sea and support peace and stability in the region. This came during a telephone press briefing by the U.S. envoy, who was received by His Excellency Sayyid Badr bin Hamad Al Busaidi, Foreign Minister in Muscat. During the meeting, views were exchanged on the Yemeni crisis and the current escalation in the region, stressing on the utmost necessity to cease fire in Gaza and allow entry of humanitarian aid supplies. Sultanate of Oman affirmed that the only solution to the Palestinian issue is to treat the root cause, starting by recognizing a state of Palestine and the withdrawal of Israeli occupation forces from the occupied territories and the establishment of an independent Palestinian state. The Sultanate also affirmed on the right to establish an independent state for Palestine as existential necessity, and without doing so, the world would have condemned the Palestinians to be under the permanent threat of poverty, genocide, and destruction. The Sultanate reiterated its call upon the international community to hold an urgent international peace conference to reach to a quick lasting peace solution with participation from all Palestinian factions. This came during a speech delivered by His Excellency Abdullah bin Nasser al-Rahbi, Sultanate of Oman's ambassador to the Arab Republic of Egypt and its permanent representative to the Arab League during the extraordinary session of the Council of Arab League in Cairo. The meeting discussed Arab and international efforts to stop the genocide and displacement policies carried out by Israel against the Palestinian people, as well as Arab and international action within the framework of the political solution to the Palestinian issue. They organized its annual meeting for its scientific societies, which reviewed the economic returns from conferences and meetings related to medical sectors, which constitute 60% of conferences worldwide. The meeting was attended by over 8 heads and representatives of scientific societies as part of efforts to promote, introduce, and develop various tourism sectors, including conference and incentive tourism, which is considered one of the most important tourism sectors. Minister of Endowments and Religious Affairs organized a 2-day forum on good moral values and the importance of instilling such values inside the community. The forum, which was held in the Wilaya of Rustaq, reviewed a number of social and religious topics and the collaboration between non-profit organizations and government bodies in promoting good social and religious values, upholding the national identity. An exhibition was also organized on the sidelines of the forum, in which zakat committees and productive families took part to avail their services to the local community. This is the Sultanate of Oman television. Before we end tonight's bulletin, here are the main points once again. Oman Investments Authority signs cooperation agreements and programs and launches Qimam platform social investments policy and the in-country value list. OQ Group achieves a net profits of 970 million Omani Riyals last year, with revenues surpassing 13.7 billion Omani Riyals. And His Excellency the Foreign Minister meets the U.S. Special Envoy to Yemen and emphasizes the importance of Sultanate of Oman's efforts to de-escalate tensions in the Red Sea and support peace and stability in the region. And with that, we do conclude this news bulletin brought to you live from this news center of the Sultanate of Oman television. Do enjoy the great time of Ramadan, the sacred month of Ramadan.